Peace fam, Queen here. I want to go over in this video the question that comes up quite a bit, and understandably, it comes up quite a bit because ITP states that they have been in business since 2013, yet when you look at the Washington Secretary of State, you will see that their corporate filing was initially registered on November 18th, 2022. The period of the duration for that is perpetual, which means forever, basically. And then they did an updated amended annual report on September 25th, 2023. All right. So now let me give you my understanding of why this is so, because some people are looking for filings as far back as 2013. And I'm just going to give you, my, perspective based upon me being in business since I was a teenager. When you start a business in the Americas, it is not a requirement for you to necessarily have to register or file anything with the state. Okay? When you are dealing with public facing, like a storefront where you have people coming in, things like that, then yes, you have to immediately get registered, licensed, and bonded with whatever jurisdiction that you're in. But in the Americas, you can literally start a business and operate that business, especially if it's a business that is online. So you can start that business, run that business as a private business without registering with any governing body. That's a freedom that we have. We have a right to commerce. We have a right to contract. And it is upon no one to necessarily register. Okay? Now, from what also my understanding about ITP specifically, with being on Mac's calls and hearing him speak about the historical information for ITP, they were in R&D for about 6 years, right? R&D is research and development, right? So in R&D, when you're in R&D, you're researching, you're developing, you're in the lab, you're tinkering with things, you're trying to figure out what's going to work, what's not going to work. You don't even know at this point if you have a product that could be put out in the marketplace, because you're in research and development, right? So why would you go through the expenses of registering with a state? Why would you waste that money, right? Now, when they did launch, after they went, out of research and development, they actually, had a product that the market could utilize. It was not the product that we see today. The product that they had was just a website interface for users. And to my knowledge, it was a larger capital expenditure to be one of their clients, to be one of their users. Okay? Now, once artificial intelligence got to the advancement that it is today, from my understanding, ITP implemented that, and now they had a product that was super efficient for the crypto space. And that is the time, to my understanding, that they decided to register in the state of Washington, and this iteration of the ITP product that we see today is what it is, from that standpoint of implementing the AI and the machine learning technology. Okay? So, if you are deterred from joining ITP because you do not see registration all the way back to 2013. I would beg you to do more due diligence on the actual product itself that we're utilizing today, and ask yourself the simple question: am I willing to take a risk on this product, whatever the amount of capital is that you're willing to put up to test the product? Am I willing to take a risk and bet on 31 days where I can pull my initial capital out and feel comfortable about the rest of my time with ITP? That's all I can tell you. I can't make up, documents for 2013. I can only give you my synopsis of what I feel as a thriving business owner and have been an entrepreneur for the better part of my life, and how things work when you're a real entrepreneur. You start up businesses like that. You don't go down and register all these different businesses. You're wasting money. You got to see if this thing is going to move, if it's going to actually do something and be something, right? So, that's, again, this queen's perspective on this whole thing. So at the end of the day, at the end of the night, you got to be able to, lay down with your two eyes closed and feel comfortable about your decision. So I always tell people, I stress to people, first of all, in any type of investing or crypto platform, you're never going to bet the whole farm. You're never going to put everything in anything, right? I don't care how many registrations you see. And even if there was, registrations or filings going back to 2013, what does that do? What does that do? That still doesn't guarantee anything. It still doesn't guarantee anything, right? It could still go down. But you have to feel in your spirit that it's something that resonates with you. If it doesn't resonate with you, nobody's going to convince you otherwise. Just take your money, go do something else, right? I'm not in the convincing game. I'm not going to convince you of anything. If you don't see it, feel it for yourself, then keep moving. It's simple. No harm intended, right? Just giving it to you straight. Okay? So with all the information that you have, where you can see the trades, you can go on the blockchains, on the different crypto exchanges, you can verify those trades, you see the capital pool, you see the amount of members, users that are worldwide, the amount of time that they have been. I'm glad they did 6 years of research and development. I'm glad they did that. Why? Because now you have a finished product that's built to last. Do you know how long Bitcoin was in research and development? Bitcoin was in research and development for over 40 years. Is there a filing or anything for Bitcoin 40 years ago? No, there's not. I mean, obviously we know Bitcoin is not a corporation, right? But I'm just giving you something to really, just think about and ponder on, right? So again, you must feel comfortable with your decision. No one is going to convince you. If you feel comfortable putting in $100, $1,000, $5,000, whatever it is, you have to go to bed at night with your two eyes closed, right? And not stressing over whatever it is that you put in. Because if you're stressing, that means you over leveraged. And that's a big no-no when it comes to investing. So that is my take on this, right? So you can share this video with people that ask you this question and bring it up as an objection, right? When they bring it up as an objection, that's why this is the same thing I tell people. I said, you know what, let me record this so I don't have to keep saying it over and over and over and over again to people, right? And then they can use it and they can share it with their folks that may have that question. But at the end of the day, here's what I look at. I don't care about no owner, right? The owner's name is right here in the filing, right? But what's the name going to do? What's that name going to do for me? That name's not going to do diddly squat for me. It could be John Doe, Jane Doe. So what? So what? Having the name of a CEO, having a filing back to 2013, having all of this stuff, I've seen it before. It doesn't guarantee anything. At the end of the day, It's that the people behind the scenes are ethical people. They're running an ethical business, an honest business, and they want to see their users win. I feel that that's what the people behind the scenes of ITP have in mind. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. I've been wrong before. I could be wrong. But this is what I feel. So this is why I place my money here and I'm building a team. So again, it's about what you feel. We're not in the convincing game. We share it. Those people that have the eyes to see, ears to hear, they jump on board. Those that don't, they don't join. It's simple. And we wish everyone prosperity.